Hello and welcome back to Hardworking Man. This is going to be a fairly quick video. I got a couple of announcements to make. I'm going to use the grapple on front of the Coyote NS6010 to feed the Dyna SC16 rapid split and throw a few rounds into an IBC tote. Or I guess not a few rounds, a few splits. We're going to start with logs, end with splits. It's going to be quick. We should fill a tote in no time at all. This will be the last Hardworking Man video before the Paul Bunyan show. You're not going to want to miss it. I got some stuff to let you guys know. This is my ram splitter, 3-point log grapple. I've got it on an adapter plate so I can run it off the loader. And it works pretty good. It is not the greatest, however, for getting logs out of a stack like this. I mean, it'll get the job done, but it's hard to grab more than one because, I mean, unless you got a bunch of small ones. But you can see, like, just the way it closes as a clamshell. It's hard to get more than one off a pile at a time. So I'm looking for, I guess, a flat tined bucket on the bottom that's sort of like forks that you can get under there, slide under a few logs, and then clamp them down. You can see how you can't get all the way under these big logs until you move them, re-grip them, and then you can get them. It's just not as fast and efficient as it could be with a different style grapple. As you can see, this is going to be some more subpar logs out of this log load. So this isn't going to be a premium, I guess a premium IBC tote. See if I can pick up both of these. This is another issue with this grapple. It's really made, when you got big logs like this, it's tough to get more than one at a time. There we go, I got it. I just got to make sure it holds. Now I have to keep the pressure on those logs so they don't fall out before I get over to the Dyna. The Dyna is not set up where we're going to have it for processing. I actually have it set up for another video right now that we're not going to get done until we get back from the Paul Bunyan show. But I wanted to get this video real quick, get some more wood processed, and make a couple of announcements. Let's see if I can do this while recording. Now, one thing I have noticed, how I used to run my grapple with my rear remote, and now I have the third function, which is electric over hydraulic. It's much more, I guess you could say, violent, less controlled when you open and close this thing. I could really feather it with when I ran it off the rear remotes, but not so much anymore. All right, let's go grab another log or two and get on the Dyna. All right, I got those two big logs on, then I got a half a log and another nasty log. So let's see what this does on this IBC tote. It might be all I get done. We got everything packed for Paul Bunyan. I'm just waiting for Rachel to get home. She had to bring our youngest son, Zach, into a physical therapist because he messed up his knee. So he needs a couple of physical therapy treatments so he can get back into tennis for regionals and then wrestling season starts. So as you can see, I'm wearing my Ken's Cut shirt here. Ken sent us this shirt. I believe he's going to be at Paul Bunyan, and he has a YouTube channel. It's fairly new. He does a lot of smoker wood. He's got an Easton-made Access. He was running a box store splitter. Ken actually helped design a stroke limiter for the Easton-made Access that Andrew made for him, and I believe is available for others to purchase. So if you're making mini wood, short wood, smoker wood, and you got an Easton-made Access, you're going to want to get that stroke limiter that Ken thought of. Speaking of t-shirts, the announcement, we're going to be giving away shirts. We've got Dyna shirts. They're Hardworking Man on the front, Dyna on the back. We've got all wood shirts, and we've got Easton-made shirts. They're free at the Paul Bunyan show. All we ask is that you wear them at the show. The weather's looking good, so it should be nice. It's so fun for Rachel and I to go around the Paul Bunyan show and see Hardworking Man shirts everywhere, and it also highlights a few of the great companies we work with. All wood, Dyna, Easton-made, in alphabetical order. that have teamed up with us to make shirts to give to you guys. So it's a great opportunity for some awesome free shirts. It helps support our channel, helps support the companies that support us as well. So the best way to get those shirts is to see us at the hotel. We'll be at the Fairfield Inn in Cambridge, Ohio. We're gonna be there for Friday Night Live. We'll be there throughout the weekend. We'll have some shirts at the show. We're gonna be at the Dyna booth on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon, so we'll have the Dyna shirts there for sure. So if you wanna get a shirt, get there early. They're free while supplies last, and we got a plethora of sizes from medium up to 3X. So now this tote may just be boiler wood because of how nasty it is and how big it is. Otherwise, I would re-split all these before we sold them because these are really big splits, but it's also not the premium wood that I normally like to sell. So this may just be boiler wood. You can see how that one's rotten inside, hollow. They're just nasty. This chain, we've got a lot of wood on it. It's time to get it sharpened, get it changed out. We'll bring that to you in an upcoming video. And this is some dirty oak that I'm putting through it right now. You can see those are monster pieces going up the conveyor. Into the Lambo doors IBC tote. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to watch more Hardworking Man videos. Oh, it also would help if I turn the RPMs all the way up. That's my fault. Oh, and now video and I messed up. That's one thing I feel could be improved upon. When you get to these stubs without a tipper tray, you have to grab it with the roller before you advance it. So I gotta set you down, pick that back up, and then I'll show you how you have to run that when you're paying attention. Man, I feel like an idiot not having this thing turned all the way up and then dumping that log in the trough early. So here, if I tried to get that out to the stop, there wouldn't be enough to grab. So you want to look back here and get it to 16 inches. And you'll end up with a cookie and a 16-inch piece. So now you cut your cookie off, which I could separate out, which I would do if we were making premium firewood, but since we're not, it's just gonna be boiler wood here. We'll just send that through. Then you run that piece down. A lot of times without the tipper tray, that last piece does that too. It doesn't fall in correctly. You can see what we're running, why I'm not that concerned if we have perfect size splits, because it's ugly wood. But we need wood, so it's gonna work for us. All right, I'm gonna throw you guys on the tripod real quick so I can fly through this. But I mean, look at that. Look at that big old sucker. The knot of oak. Gonna need a little help calming down. It wants to roll down the conveyor. Ah, here she comes. I've never had a piece do that before. It's just round enough and fat enough. Boom. Now you can see just how quick and easy this is. Big, nasty oak, it's heavy. This would be a lot of work with a chainsaw and a regular splitter. But it's no, I mean, I'm one-handing it. Just ripping through the oak. There, that piece actually fell in there correctly because it got caught before it fell. I'll tell you what, with these big old chunks, it doesn't take long at all to fill an IBC tote up with boiler wood. All right, let me get the tractor out of here, shut that down. It auto-dropped those logs because I didn't keep the pressure on it. So it just slowly released them and dropped them in place when there was room, like it was my helper today. All right, along with the Dyna booth, we'll be at the Allwood booth, we'll be at the Easton Made booth. Those are the 3 places we'll be hanging out a lot. We're gonna go all throughout the show, but those 3 booths we'll be at a lot. We'll be at the Wolf Ridge booth, we'll be everywhere. So if you want to find us, just hang out at the show, come to the hotel. Back 40, the Friday night live stream is an awesome time. We'll definitely be there. It's just a blast. You can see how easy this is with the rapid split. Once you get that log in there, you just tap that button and it does the splitting for you, as opposed to a lot of processors where you have to run it manually. So now you're doing an extra step. See where I just held it too long and then I stopped my focus from up there? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure once you run it enough without auto split, you could get used to it. But with an auto split, like, it's just a game changer. It makes anyone be able to run a processor, which if you saw at Dyna Days, we did the video on that, there were 12, 10, 13-year-old kids running the processors that have never run them before. Definitely time to redo that chain. Man, I'm gonna fill that tote with just those 4 logs. Massive split. You can see when you get the nasty crooked ones, you get crooked end cuts. They don't feed well. But a lot of people say the straight logs go to the mill. Well, I want straight logs for firewood because they're way more fun. You can see the short pieces there from that last half split. I wasn't too worried about it because, like I said, this is all going to go in the boiler for ourselves. And once again, with these huge rounds, my Lambo door tote failed. So what I've been doing, and I didn't do it on this one, Dick from Old Guy Firewood, he takes a bungee cord and permanently attaches it to each side to help hold it shut, which works. Or I take some safety wire and tie it in. I didn't do it because I wanted to try this again. A few videos ago was the first time I ever had this happen, and this is now the second. And I'm wondering if it's because this oak is so heavy, because I'd done maple and some other woods that aren't as heavy as the oak, and I didn't have that problem. So definitely not yet the perfect setup, but with everybody working on it and trying new things, it's gonna be. Dumping is so much easier with this. You guys know, if you watch the show, I'm not afraid to show you my failures and my mess ups. And right now, with this oak, that one's not working the greatest. Well, like I said, with lighter woods, I haven't had that problem. That tote would probably be full if half of it wasn't on the ground. I could push that through because the Dyna will do it. It's got the power, but now with this Dyna, when this door is open, the split cycle will not go as a safety feature. You have to close the door before it'll split. I mean, other than my IBC tote failing and me forgetting to put a debris trap under there, because I wasn't really planning on doing this video today until Rachel got a little delayed at the appointment with the physical therapist. That was quick and easy. I mean, few things I need to improve on. One, I need a conveyor for my splitters. Having this conveyor off this Dyna is so awesome. I absolutely need a conveyor for my log splitters when I'm not running the processor. There's no other way to keep up with the horizontal splitters that are out there today. Two, I need to fix the door on that IBC tote on the Lambo doors. And three, I need a better grapple for digging into them log piles if I'm going to keep buying logs like that. But that's a wrap. See you guys at Paul Bunyan. Hit us up, get your shirt, wear your shirt at the show. I want to see hardworking man shirts everywhere, every day. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.